All right, this is the start of the podcast. This is pre-intro. I've just walked into my office and I was like, what is that noise? And my laptop is emitting and naturally these two mature young lads have put porn on my laptop. Didn't even open a private browser, so Sarah's yeah. Anyway, welcome. Intro now.
Tell him that.
Max says I didn't have to tell him that. Why not? It's not like you were watching porn. It's not like I caught you in the act.
But we're being immature.
Get your mouth a bit closer to the old mic.
We're being immature.
Your mic looks like a Terminator, Max.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because mine's round.
It just looks a bit chaotic compared to
Terminator isn't round. Terminator's all.
Yeah, I know.
Terminator's like a lamp.
There's all of this shit going on. Yeah, Terminator's not round.
The Blue Yeti, even though it's black.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! Welcome back, Motus Prodcast. As always, a little bit all over the shop. Although we used to say we were the kings of consistency, and then it's been about 10 days since the last episode.
Yeah.
But
well, it was either that or no
YouTube video.
Yeah.
And we feel like the YouTube suffers more if we miss a week now that we're trying to claw it back than the podcast.
Priority is on the visual content.
Not that you don't love the ears. Max is here, by the way.
Hello.
Apparently just appeared, like he was just suddenly up this way and was like, can I come and stay? So he was, I mean, you were here, like a week ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah,
it's good to be back.
Just over a week ago.
Why? Were you here just over a week ago? What, for Soul Destroyer?
He came back, then he stayed at Iron, and then it was my birthday, and then we went snowboarding.
Oh, we went to Smith and Weston, didn't we?
We went to Smith and Weston.
That feels like ages ago.
I know.
Yeah, I didn't think
just
it was
over a week ago.
That's so weird.
Didn't think about that.
And another reason for the delay was that we have an impending episode, if that's the right word, with Phil Doyle that was meant to have already happened, and then he had to change his plans very last minute. So we were we'd already missed.
He was scared.
Basically, yeah. He was like,
oh, so he didn't come up and do it?
No,
he's going to come next week. The week I don't know. We're going to work it out.
Philly D. But
yeah, he had to change his plans. So we were holding off. We missed the week, and we were like, we'll just wait a couple more days, and then we'll bang that out with Phil. And then it didn't happen. And then Max come. But what's also happening today is Robbie is arriving at the HQ, and he's greatly requested now that we made a point that he's never been requested. And also,
does he not want to be on it? Ever?
Every time he's come here, we've been like, Robbie, we need to do a podcast, and he just slyly gets away. He's like,
he kind of slipped.
So we're gonna fucking grab him. Yeah, we're gonna force him into one.
We could just start recording.
He just doesn't like talking.
Yeah.
Well, he does.
And you can't subtitle a podcast, can you? Because he's fucking Scottish.
We could have a narrator.
And then Robbie said,
"Oh, poor Robbie. I can understand him."
Yeah. How's everyone doing? It's been what's happened in the last 10 days?
Nothing.
I got a new fleece.
Charles's birthday's happened.
My birthday happened.
Yeah, and then yeah, I know.
Yay!
What was more exciting?
Well, they both happened on the same day.
Oh, they did, didn't they?
That is a double whammy.
I was like, Sarah, my only birthday present is you have to marry me, and if you say no, then it will ruin my birthday, so you have to marry me.
You need to propose on your birthday, and then you'll have Christmas, birthday, and
That'd be brilliant. What else can you get?
You don't celebrate the day of your engagement, you just celebrate the marriage, don't you?
Exciting.
Yeah, but what else could you collateral with that? Christmas, birthday, engagement, and
getting
sudden death. Murder. Yeah.
Get thrown in
jail.
Right,
so it happens, and then
I have to kill my wife at the same time.
Kill someone else.
Oh, okay.
Kill your wife's ex-lover.
Good idea.
Whilst you propose to her.
What, at the same time?
You're like, this is how much I... And this is the first time you've met your wife. You just find a woman on the street, murder her husband, and be like, this is how much I love you, marry me!
Wow, that is so good.
And then welcome to the Motus Prodcast.
Bring it back.
Get locked up for life. Cool. We don't... I mean, what else has actually happened in the parkour world? Okay, we can't fuck these pieces of paper up that you're starting to now stick to your head. Yeah. We need these for... These are clothing related.
I wouldn't know what's happened because the iPad seems to have a passcode on it.
The iPad doesn't. Even the notes don't have information. It's here's the passcode. God, we're professional.
One day I will know the passcode of this iPad,
and then
someone needs to put a compilation together of the times that I need to ask for you to unlock the iPad.
Somebody will.
Yeah, but I just want to see it.
Same people who make videos of my dog on Instagram will.
Yeah, thank you to that person who made the compilation of Star Wars noises and then...
Where did you see that? Because you sent that to me.
He sent it to me and he
good.
was like, show this to Giles.
Oh, okay.
I loved it so much.
It was very good.
It was good.
His face as well.
Yeah.
It looks like a Star Wars character.
Yeah.
What has actually happened?
I don't know what's happened.
I mean,
parkour-wise.
in parkour,
Nothing
ways.
substantially
it's
amazing.
rained constantly and no one's put out... I mean, people have
Yeah,
put
it
out
has been
videos,
very
but-
rainy in England. It's raining right now.
I'm pretty sure the world's first backflip pre to a rail happened, didn't it?
What?
Yeah,
Shut
it's a
up,
complete
you
lie.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine if I
That's our
carried that going
clickbait
on.
title.
Well,
Yeah.
I've seen a number of terrible foot placement bails
Yeah.
because I bailed, yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And then I asked everybody to send theirs to me so I could see them.
And now
I've seen
everyone's
them as
sending
well.
you their techie
Yeah,
feet.
and it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Oh, it was horrible. Are you not hurt at all? I did ask
No,
this, but
not
now
at all.
now thinking about it, even if you missed your feet and you didn't shin or anything,
Yeah.
what about your hips? Did your hips
It
or your
was-
belly not?
I was completely fine.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to like face plant, but then somehow I managed to just do like a forward roll.
Yeah.
And like
Did
roll
you gate
down
vault
the rail.
gate vault
Yeah,
over your head?
It was like
It's like you rotated around the
rail
smallest
pre
area somehow.
to gate vault.
Yeah.
Gate vault. Everyone needs to learn their gate vaults.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's nice. Why are you doing this?
What? Yeah, I know. The notes are incredibly
Vague.
slim this week.
What do you mean by why are you doing this?
It was. I mean, Kelan. We started trying to work out what we were going to talk about a few days ago, and Kelan was like, "Oh, I want to talk about meditation," and I was like, "Well, that's something that I need to do more of." And then I was like, "Well, maybe we should talk about things that we should try and do more of, and
More
that
of,
maybe people
and
can
why?
let us know what we should do more
Because
of."
the
and also-
world is disintegrating into a ball of mess.
I mean, what you should do more of is go out to the local supermarket, buy loads of soup and noodles and bottled water and hand sanitizer and lock yourself in your house, according to
Yeah.
the general,
we
the
didn't-
general environment.
We didn't on Monday night. We didn't stock any of the hand sanitizer or any of the yogurts or any of the. I don't know if it's to do with the coronavirus, but we just didn't stock loads of things. I mean, surely you would stock them.
Did you have them in the back, but you didn't stock
Yeah,
them?
we had like I don't know if it was to do with less people, but we had more than usual. But they were just like, yeah, just do what you've been given.
So Sainsbury's is doing backdoor deals of hand sanitizer.
yeah,
I don't know.
or they're
It was
just, like,
weird.
not putting it out so more people can
Yeah,
die.
That's weird.
it was chill one.
Conspiracy.
And now my boss gets me to do backflips now, so it's great.
Yeah, work suddenly improved for you
Work.
because they found out you do parkour.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when you're at school and everyone's like, do a backflip. And you're
I
like,
know.
Fuck off.
But I don't mind doing it at work because it's boring, and then suddenly you're like, wait.
Yeah.
But then sometimes
single
you know when you said, when was it? It was a while ago, and you did a backflip. Might have been a Maidstone ages
When I landed
ago.
on my face.
And I feel like you said, oh, hello, ghost.
Sorry, Prodcast.
When you have the fear for a split second, like, what if I can't do
Yeah,
backflips?
yeah.
Because I just, for some reason, I felt like I hadn't done a standing one in ages.
It's
and I
like
thought
if
maybe
you
I'd
were-
fuck it up so badly.
If you just sort of were doing it like kind of on your own and like you didn't overthink it, it's fine. But if somebody's like, do a backflip, or like, can you backflip?
Yeah.
And you're like, can I?
What if you do one of those
Like-
freak, like, untuck, land on the back of your head?
Oh,
Imagine if my boss is
never
just like,
done that.
hey, do a backflip, and then I just knock myself out.
Drunk guy,
Probably
yeah.
savage.
What's
The
he
only,
gonna do?
it was that time in Maidstone, and I was going to do like punch backflip off that slant, and I was like, let me just see if I can do one on flat. No, it wasn't let me see if I can do one on flat. It was like, let me just make sure I feel warm.
Yeah.
So I did the casual, and I landed like on my knees and pretty much my face. And I still to
On
this day
on concrete.
on concrete. I still to
Oh,
this day.
that's savage.
I don't know if
was
I-
there. Was it the wall run?
No, it was just me and Kelan. I
It
don't
was
know,
that spot, though.
Yeah, I don't know if I was just thinking about the punch and therefore wasn't thinking about tucking. But yeah,
I know you
Went
can
to
do
it off
backflips.
the slant and just
I know
like
you
went
can.
right into the ground.
yeah.
Just push downwards.
To be honest, I went to do like a pop castaway yesterday. Sorry, all my
Castaways
days
still
ago.
exist.
Yeah, I know. I haven't done a castaway in so long, especially a pop one off like a rail quite low, and I just couldn't do it.
You couldn't do
I just
it.
couldn't do it.
Wait, pop as in like,
As in like
Not
hold
from
it,
waist?
not from waist, just like pop up.
but not like foot on the wall pop up. Like just
No.
like just where you like grab pop to. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like, well, both feet on the wall and then pop up. You don't go to waist, you just pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest,
And I
yeah,
just
I
couldn't
didn't
do it
think
because I don't know, like it was just scary to push away and do a backflip. It feels like a foreign move, but I guess that's what happens when
What, and you landed
on your
don't do
face, or-
things. I didn't do it.
Oh, you just couldn't get past
Yeah,
it.
But they've sort of riddled their way out of parkour, I feel like, Castaways. You still see them, but...
Did you not see Max Antle do fucking 360 to... Have you not seen this?
Probably
Unless
not.
I mean,
it's
that
a cool-
happened in the last week.
Unless it's a cool variation or a double or a
I don't
cast
see
full.
just a castaway outside
Yeah.
anymore.
I think people, are either developing their style or they've already done castaways and they're not doing them much.
It's
or
'cause
like,
I don't
we
actually
see
find...
them because there's people that are learning them, but they're not like putting it anywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, good point.
It got pretty rinsed when people would like finish a line and,
And
then
then
like
do a
walk
castaway.
over to the nearest block
Yeah,
and do a
and
castaway.
castaway.
I just don't think it flows well. That it
yeah,
can.
you can do it
Oh,
nicely.
that's so cool.
Max Antle.
But that's so much better than like. I wouldn't even think of.
That's sick.
I
That's
know
like
that's
a
fucking
reverse
sick.
vault
Yeah, reverse vault to
to
castaway.
castaway on a right angle.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
very cool.
really cool.
Oh, I haven't.
But
liked it.
that
There
but
we
that
go.
flows. That flows compared to.
Go on what?
Go and
sorry,
follow
sorry,
Mantle
listeners.
PK.
You will
Mantle
not
PK,
be able
yeah.
to see this unless you get your phone out right now, and then put it back on airplane mode or do not disturb, so no one can call you, so you can
But
listen to
they're
this.
listening to this and therefore they.
No, I downloaded it.
Yeah, true.
Saved myself.
Go and follow Mantle PK.
He's a beast.
He's a dude from
An
America.
absolute beast.
If you don't know who he is,
I mean, he was on this podcast, so he likes.
he was, yeah, but only like wasn't it one of the short ones?
NAPC, yeah.
NAPC ones.
It's a brief
If you
one.
haven't watched those really good insights into what athletes are feeling before NAPC.
Max is a great summary person. What are you looking at?
What?
You're looking
Yeah.
suspicious and you're looking like in the mirror.
I just shat myself.
Just making sure I'm not giving anything away.
What? I just looked
No, I was
over and you
joking.
were like kind of like looking shifty and like. Is it
No.
because you got the fucking?
No, I was just drawing on my face highlighter. to see where-
you're gonna draw
No.
me, aren't you?
No.
Keelan picked up a highlighter and then suddenly looked very suspicious.
He always does this. He like comes over and just draws. on
We
me.
need to make the desk just like the podcast area like a play, not a play zone, like a safe zone. You're drawing highlighter on your nose.
Yeah.
That's
Is it
what you're
showing
doing.
up?
Why are you doing
Kind
this?
of.
Yeah, that's what I was checking. I was like, is it showing up?
Yes.
You're gonna go to the shop later and forget about that.
Yeah.
You look like a tribal man.
That's what I want to be.
A highlighted tribal man.
They call me the highlight-bull.
Wow, we are providing some value. All right, so why are you doing this? That question came about, right? And it was more proposed. Well, I guess it's posed to you too, but also listeners. And it's kind of in vain of what we should be doing more, because I don't think your life doesn't have to have a purpose. At the end of the day, if you're happy, then that's great. But I think if your life has a purpose and if you can find happiness within that, then that is sick. Like if you set yourself a goal of like, I want to help as many people in my life as I can, and that makes you happy, and it's like, well, how are you going to do that? You're going to do it a certain way and things. So to the both of you, what is your purpose?
Wherever.
Wherever. Full stop.
Sick. Is that the name of your band?
That's
or,
good.
or your brand?
That's a quote. Why are you doing this? Wherever, whenever,
Why?
whoever.
Why? What is our? I don't even know what my purpose is.
My
Because-
purpose is to live and do all the things that I do, and through that, I can realise other things.
I mean, that's
Very
basically
vague.
the same purpose
No,
as
I
like
know.
an earthworm.
Yeah, but like,
But we are the
that's all
earthworm.
the purpose is.
But you have the
But we have a-
ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more because you started talking about meditating.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't really know what my purpose is. I know what makes me happy, and I know what I like doing. But I don't think really I have a purpose, because you can look at purpose as being way deeper than it is. If you know what I mean, like if it's a purpose that you're looking for, it's basically just to
Do you
just to
feel-
live and just to be happy. But
Okay, okay. Do you feel like you have found your path in life?
yeah,
And you can change paths, like
Yeah,
and they can. You don't know where your path is going, but do you feel like you're on some form of a track?
Yeah, I do feel like I've been on some sort of a track since birth, but just like not. It's all obviously they've always changed, but I've always been going towards like a similar thing almost. So all of them have kind of been connected. I never feel like going on one path has set me back at all.
What do you mean by they're all connected? Are you talking like breakdance and parkour?
Well, yeah, like they've always been connected to something maybe to do with like exercise or just creativity.
Yeah.
Pushing towards one thing. No matter what path I went on, it's not set me back like, oh, that's kind of fucked that up. Now I'm not as good as
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
But I definitely think parkour has been the biggest path, because this is one of the things I never really see myself drifting away from.
Yeah, I think there is.
And it's so many, with parkour, there's so many little branches it goes off into.
And that's what I mean about, like, the path can change.
Yeah, that can change, but I still feel like I'd always be with parkour.
And I think, I mean, I've obviously been around for ages now in parkour, and like, earlier in the time, you would see people come in, get obsessed with it, and then 2 years later, just completely fuck off.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing people come in, get obsessed with it, and although their path might change and they move away from like just wanting to be an athlete or just wanting to do this, or even if they do take up a secondary career, like, I've grown up and I need to get a job in a bank or whatever, they're still like, the parkour thing is never going to die for them.
Yeah, they're still involved.
But the reason that this kind of came into my head was just because you said meditate. I thought, what should people be doing more of? And then I started writing down kind of exercise, eat healthy, meditate, finances, spend time with loved one, plan for your future. And I was like, well, these are all things that like you can incorporate into your kind of direction. And then it was making me think about directions and purposes and stuff. And obviously, the one thing that sort of stuck with me was when we did the Q&A, which is on the Motus Project's YouTube channel, by the way. You can go and check that out. You and George both answered, like, I can't remember what it was. Somebody said, like, what are your plans for the future? And you and George both said, I haven't got any plans. I just want to live life as it comes. Yeah,
which isn't the best answer, but
it's not the best answer, but it's a genuine answer. For me, I found that really interesting because I can't live like that anymore. Like, I have to be. Yeah. And I think, and this brings me back to the meditation thing. Yeah. Because I find it very hard to switch off because I'm constantly thinking, and I would love to switch off more.
It's hard. It's hard to just live through that. You can't. I don't think really anyone can live just in the moment, but it's kind of doing that more than the planning side, because especially since you introduced me to like writing down things and all of that, that kind of got me out of a slump of like gaming all the time. Oh, even though I'm still gaming all the time, but that got me out of like the slump of like not doing anything, and I was in like a negative space. Yeah. So it does help. But then I found myself like too obsessed over writing things down, even if they're not like
you
worthy.
Fixate quite a lot, I think.
I'm just like, I want to do this. Maybe at the start of the week I will plan so much that I can't achieve all of it.
And then you beat yourself up if you don't.
And yeah, exactly. So now I've kind of just I make sure I do things that are good, because I know if something's good or bad. Like if I'm doing nothing all week and I'm in my bedroom all week doing nothing, no editing, just playing games, that is shit. I can feel that, but I can go into my week without planning, because that just makes me feel, it's hard to explain. If I'm just thinking about the future, I'm missing so much that is happening right now.
Of course, and I fall into that trap a lot.
You're only thinking, especially, and you can, with the past as well, if something's happened in the past, it's the same sort of thing. You're going to miss so much that is happening today or tomorrow when tomorrow comes.
It is really interesting.
Which is why meditation, I mean, I've only done it a few times. I'm trying to do it as much as I can, but it really gets you into the headspace of just now, and it also, you just become mindful of everything in the world, and not, I don't know, I do it guided, so I don't I don't just do it in silence.
I feel like planning is really, really good, but you don't have to like not plan because you think that you're not then being in the present moment. You can plan, and then once you've planned, do all the things that you're doing in the present moment as much as possible.
What I think is the ideal thing, and the thing that
meditation is just like an extra sort of bit. It's not just doing the things in the present moment. It's actually like not doing anything. Well, and also not thinking about anything. Not like meditating to manifest anything. It's just literally just being with consciousness and like it's like life.
And it's a practice as well. Yeah. In the sense that like you have to practice it and maintain it, and it helps. Yeah. Because so my because I heard you and George say sort of, I don't want to make plans, and I'm like, fuck that, like that, the thought of that freaks me out, because you get the type of people who lie in bed and they think about past experiences and they stress themselves out because they're like, why did I say that, or why didn't I do that? I mean, I guess have hindsight of like, oh, I could have done that better, but I lie in bed and I feel like I only think forward.
Yeah.
And then when I try and switch off, I'm always thinking like what I need to be doing, what I want to do, etc., etc. I think the ideal situation for me, not for everyone, but for me, is to still because when I was seeing a therapist, I was like saying that I simply don't feel like I can shut my brain down. Like and she was like, "That's a fucking gift. Like you want to maintain that." Meditation doesn't get rid of that.
No,
but it enables you to
a little time.
Yeah, it gives you that time to snap back to right now.
Yeah.
Which is what, and I fucking still need it. Like I really need it.
Yeah.
And I
you can sort of research all different levels of meditation and try and bring them into your life. Like you can say, okay, every morning when I wake up, I'm gonna just have 20 minutes just to sort of think about what's going on, be grateful for things, and just have that. But then also when you're working, you can be like, okay, stop for literally like 2 minutes and just breathe and just be so you can do it from different lengths of time,
and that's what I want to do. It's what
having it in your life. Like
what's sick is that you two are fucking 20 and 18 and you have this like mentality already, because when I was your age, like I don't feel like anyone around me apart from maybe like the weird hippie kid at school even thought about this kind of thing.
Well, I feel like the world is slowly waking up in a way. Not waking up. It's such like you can't really.
That's
like,
immediately.
Just just these different sort of meditation is real. Like it's like the realest thing that you can do in a way.
And it's all just positive for your mental health, isn't it?
Yeah.
What I found really interesting in Europe was I had some form of like an anxious episode every single day for the first maybe 2 weeks, bar the one day where I woke up and it was like near the end of Vigo, and I lay in bed and I did what I've always been told to do, which is where you do like essentially like a check of your entire self. So you imagine from like, you can do it from the head down or the tips of the toes up, and you do like, because a lot of my anxiety, I mean we've spoken about this on different podcasts, a lot of my anxiety is like health. Like today I feel fucking anxious because I'm just stressing over stuff, and like I start going like, oh, have I got chest pains and dumb shit like that. But I lay in bed and I just went like all the way through my body for like maybe like 15 minutes, and this was one of the days where then Robbie was like, you've taken ages to get ready kind of thing.
Oh really? Yeah.
But that day I felt fucking fine because I'd like almost taken that time in the morning to like assess myself, and that's what I need to do more of.
Yeah, I think a massive thing is just like a mental hack for the mornings. I like doing it is just to like think of all the things you're grateful of, and it does really seem so like simple, like just think of all the things you're grateful of.
But it's more than thinking. I think it's like realizing,
and like through instead of just like being subconsciously aware of them, through actually stopping and thinking of the things that you're grateful of, you actually sort of bring them into, if you think of whilst you're sort of meditating, you'll bring in those things that you're grateful of. It's sort of bringing them to your attention more, so you can bring that energy wave in more.
Because it's so easy to take shit for granted as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, or just not think about it at all.
Yeah, and I think there's layers to all of this style of thinking, but it's so easy to go, like, I mean, I could go, things I'm grateful for are Sarah, my family, Darwin, parkour, my friends.
Exactly.
But I think it's stuff that you
have to
wouldn't
take it down a notch.
Like, things that you are not aware of as much.
But I think also it's those same things, but I think you have to actually really try.
Like this morning, I sat up and I just said thank you, because I just got out of the shower and I sat back down. I was like, thank you that I can go and have a shower and like I'm warm and healthy. Thank you for the rain, because it's beautiful and it's like part of the world. Thank you that I'm in this situation, part of Motus and everything, and just feeling
and I never do
feeling
this.
the gratefulness for it, and it just feels lovely, because it sort of brings you back into the moment.
Need this.
I
need this.
Yeah,
this is something that I don't know if I actually have it.
Yeah, so what have you been doing? Because you've basically, Kelan last week was like, I've been doing some meditation with my family, like I want to talk about it. So what?
I'm trying to get up. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's because my mum goes to like these like weird classes sort of things, but it's not just to do with meditation, it's to do with like loads of other stuff, whether you believe in it or not, like just healing and Reiki and stuff like that. But she's got like this thing on her door. Is it like the 7 chakras or something? Do you know about that?
the chakras.
Seven circles of hell.
Yeah, so that's basically that's what I'm trying to do.
Is it on a human's body or?
No, she's just like wrote it herself and put it on the door. But I mean, it's like things that, I mean, I know that the chakras with the body, but it's like things she says in the morning to set her up for the day about being like true to yourself, true. What is it? True to yourself, to be grateful and mindful of others. There's like loads of other things, but I just can't remember. Basically, it's just something that I'd say as well in the morning, and you have to repeat it twice.
Yep.
And sometimes I find myself slipping up and remember it, like, I don't know, agreeing to do something, even though I know I don't want to do it. Whereas if I'm just honest, it will make me so much happier. Like just things like that. Well,
that's like what we've spoken about, where it's like talk about like sometimes you just have to say no. Yeah,
well, exactly. But it's just things like that. But I haven't been doing it for long at all. But it's just kind of fun.
The thing I've found, right, is that you. Sorry, I'm just checking the camera on Darwin. He's asleep. We're all good. You find these different mindsets and mentalities and like the advice of how to obtain them throughout life and in completely different realms. Because I've done therapy. I've spoken to sort of not there was a woman I spoke to in Colorado once through when I was at Jump Fest. It was the mum of a park orchid who watched my talk I did, and she came up to me afterwards and she was like, oh, I'd love to like, and she was like a healing person, and we did like a session in the tent, fully bizarre, like,
oh really, yeah,
had like oils out and things, and it basically turned into like a therapy session. And I was just like, I get anxious when I'm traveling anyway. I was like, fuck it, yeah, I'll do it. And actually it was sick. Like we just had like an hour long chat, and we talked about loads of stuff, and she gave me one of those, it's like a mantra that you say to yourself every morning. Yeah. And it's kind of, I deserve to be this and that and things.
Yeah,
and
similar to that.
And sort of, it's like separating because I want to be successful in sort of a certain realm, but also there's definitely a part of me that thinks if I'm successful, the only way, like, people are going to not like me because... It means I've screwed people over or something, but also being able to be successful means you can help others. Yeah. So for me, it was like talking about that. And so you hear it from people like that who are like healers, but then you can also go into the other side of the world and listen to like podcasts and talks with kind of billionaire business owners, and they don't necessarily tell themselves a mantra, but they talk about having like a millionaire mindset, and they're like, you've got to believe that you can achieve to have your fucking Lamborghini or whatever, like, and it all ends up actually being the same thing, and it's kind of just self-confidence and like it's
like us humans have come up with so many different ways of doing the same thing in a way.
Exactly.
Like there is a not a formula, but there is kind of like the overall thing. And we're just these animals like trying to figure out how to do it in a way.
Exactly.
There's so many different ways for it.
And I mean, this has just popped into my head, but already I'm fairly certain there's probably links that like meditation can come in, I think personally, loads of different forms. Because you think about somebody who is just a god level guitarist, and they can go into a world in their head where they can just play guitar and their brain probably fucking switches off apart from that one thing. Yeah. They might not be thinking, oh, I'm thankful for this and I'm thankful for that. But in terms of what that does for their like inner self.
Well, there's loads of different styles of meditation anyway.
People who work out in the gym, and I think people can probably find their meditation through different ways.
I think so.
It's like the flow state. It's like you go into a flow state if you're editing or like you're drawing a lot. And I think it enables you to slip into these like headspaces that can be incredibly positive for yourself.
And you can do it for whatever you're feeling. Like if you're struggling to sleep, you can do meditations directed at like sleep. And things. So I mean, I don't think I've reached like the complete stop thinking meditation yet.
No, I've done it once.
It's very difficult, but what it's achieved so far is really cool. It's fun, and I'm fortunate that my mum was already doing it.
That's really nice.
You know,
you've done it a fair bit, right?
That's what I will do when I meditate. It's not like focusing on anything. It's
nothing.
Stopping. So I had quite a cool experience when I hurt my heel in Vigo. and like for a couple of days I was just back at the Airbnb, and I meditated every morning. And
Are you sure you didn't mean masturbated?
oh fuck yeah.
Wait, we've been talking about meditation. Oh no.
Just speak. You're very far away from the mic.
And I just got into this really nice stage. I was just sitting like open-handed and just not cross-legged, and I was just there. And I did it for about 15 minutes, and then I sort of clicked into this headspace, because it really is hard with meditation to not think. Like, I've been told by lots of people that you're not like you can't be trying to do anything.
Exactly.
That's
the struggle.
So like the first 10 minutes is a struggle with the subconscious mind, just trying to quiet it and just like become back to now. And then I got this really nice sense of just like overall happiness, that nothing else mattered apart from me just sitting there and just being with whatever is.
You've
and
read
it's just
The
really
Untethered
beautiful.
Soul, right?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, that book,
The one that talks about like.
I'm listening to the audiobook, but I haven't.
I've achieved it, I think, maybe once in total, because I've tried meditation myself, especially in the mornings. There was a period where I tried it. I would do morning stretches and then morning meditation, but that was when we were editing Spitting in the Wind.
Oh yeah.
And I would just wake up and I'd be like, okay, I've got to do this, but in my head I'm just like, what's next? Like, what are we doing now? And that was always a struggle. When I was seeing the therapist, she did like guided visualization, where you would sit and it's like palms open and things, and it was like when she essentially would like tell almost a story, and or she would like be like, kind of, you're in a house, and she'd like speak with a soft voice, and all you would do is think. You just sit and you would deep breaths like that, and you would just sit and just think about these things and essentially create your own kind of house. She'd just be like,
I like that though.
She'd be like, you're in the kitchen, like imagine the kitchen, and you can kind of like build this thing. And we did it a few times, and a lot of the time I couldn't get low enough. I'd be like, oh, I've got an itch on my face, or like one time she started talking about jumping off a waterfall, and all I can imagine was like
properly going for it.
And I started smiling, and she was like, why are you smiling? And I was like,
doing a double front.
But this one time, right, she like brought me back up, and it felt like I just slept for like fucking 30 hours. And I was like,
it's opening your eyes is really good after it. Because then you feel a lot of the time it makes you feel very clear.
In the real world.
Which I do before I edited the last video in when the fucking weird.
Oh yeah, you banged it out,
But like, I don't really like doing that at home editing, because I find it really hard. That's why I prefer editing over here. But it's just so good after meditating. You like open your eyes and you're like,
it's that focus.
Oh, it's so you kind of look at everything and you're like, oh, it's so easy. Just do it. You just go and start doing it. Whereas,
also, I feel like people overthink like the practice too much. They feel like it's a big thing.
Yeah.
But like it is a struggle. But as long as you just like, you've got the whole 2 weeks to like finally figure out how to properly do it. You can just sit down, take 10 minutes.
Well, it's you said the word there. It's practice.
Practice.
And you get the people.
You don't have to think about practicing too much. You're not like, I'm trying to get somewhere. You're not trying to get anywhere. It's just like try and sort of release. Just if a thought comes in, you just bat it out and just be like.
You could do this. You could be the next Headspace guy.
Hey.
They made millions.
That'd be
off
so
Headspace.
good.
You should
Motus.
Make a parkour Headspace.
There's a sick podcast with the guy from, I think he's called Andy, from Headspace, and he like trained. He spent like 30 years of his life not really kind of knowing what to do, and like working in the city, I think, and then he like trained to be a monk and all these things, and then he learned obviously all this meditation stuff, and then met up with, basically then him and another guy ended up turning it into a business. Now they've just made like hundreds of millions, and the guy's like, how does that feel, given that like you train for so many years to kind of not want any material possessions, and now you're like a fucking millionaire? But it's really, really interesting. But
that's sick.
Because you get people who can literally. Oh, Darwin's barking. Oh shit! Actually, there's a delivery that might be due, but we'll fuck it.
But we'll fuck it.
I'm not walking down 2 flights of stairs.
Delivery.
The people who can just take 2 minutes and go into a space and immediately just be there is what I'm so jealous of. Because when I fly, like, you hear people and they're just like, I just sit down, I do some breathing, and then I just like that. And I'm like, fuck, I need that. But much like I need it,
isn't it?
yeah, much like I need a six pack, unless I actually do anything about it, I'm not going to get there.
Yeah.
The other, sorry, carry on.
No, it was just a spasm. That was all.
Yeah.
No, what were you going to say?
Well, no, the other thing that I've found really interesting is, I think I saw this on Reddit actually. There was like a thing of like how do you fall asleep, and there's so many people who I've read about who have essentially developed their own meditation without really considering a meditation. Where when they go
a way of getting to sleep.
when they go to sleep,
Yeah.
they just go to a special place in their head and they build something or they do something. So like, let's say, sort of you, every night when you go to bed, the only thing you focus on is going to your new house that you're building and you just design it. And every night you just go like, I'm going to build the kitchen and I'm going to put that flooring down.
That's
and like
sick.
Within 5 minutes you're asleep. And essentially,
you've got a world of Sims in your head.
yeah, but essentially that is like a form of sort of visualization meditation, which is sick.
Visualization,
really
meditation. Cool. Yeah, we all hear.
All right, enough of that
heads.
fucking hippie shit. Matt, I wonder how many people have just been like, "Oh my god."
Boom blow.
Yeah, I don't know how we really got so deep into that, but it is really interesting, and I think it is something that we need to do. Like everyone.
Also, we're talking about it now, and you're listening to it, and you're probably supposed to be listening to this because the whole world's waking up in their own ways. So I don't know. Just if you're talking to somebody and this just pops up in conversation, it's probably meant to pop up. So have a chat about it and
then tell them about the podcast,
Yeah.
and then send them to the website and
then
make them
buy some
spend
clothes.
all their money. Speaking of money, finances, that's another thing you need to do more of. I mean, we've spoken about this before, but it was you're just looking at the iPad. It hasn't got.
What do you mean?
Do it
just
without looking.
finances? Like just like budgeting your money and
Yeah.
everything with your money and
I think
how
it's
it comes in and out.
so important. And so something that I have realised, right, within this parkour
I feel like
community,
people just don't know how to do it.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
taught. We said this before on the podcast.
Just do it in school.
It's not taught.
Everyone's too young to really learn.
But I
in
don't
school.
think you should be too young. I think it like fuck long division. No, like
I
fuck
reckon,
all,
Yeah,
it should be
I'll-
such
I'll
a
just tell
basic
something.
maths thing.
finances.
Finances.
Half
Yeah.
of your maths tuition should be more based on like
I've learned so much in maths that
practical
I just-
finances.
Yeah.
I've just forgotten.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
should do
Because I don't
financing,
use it.
They should do cooking. They should do like
Well, they
We
do
do
cooking,
cooking,
but they make
yeah,
it like
yeah.
supplementary. Like you can do it or you can't.
yeah,
But it's so useful.
yeah.
But-
just loads of different things that apply to the real world more.
And the more and more I get older, the more I'm trying to like talk to. I mean, I guess it's business. Like, if there are people who run clothing brands in parkour, it's nice to chat with them. And a lot of the talk is to do with like production and stuff like this. And there's a level of like, not everyone wants to talk publicly about literal money.
Mm.
But the one thing I feel like the parkour community does not have enough of, and I think it's probably because sports like this probably repel that type of person, are like business-minded people. We have a lot of creatives, but we don't, or it doesn't appear to be, that we have so many people who just like, who love the numbers. And I think if you do love the numbers and you're in parkour and you're listening to this, there is a huge potential for you as the sport grows, because a lot of these brands
You weirdo.
have like a lot of these brands, a lot of these companies, even athletes don't know how to manage their finances. And if
Yeah.
that interests you, then you essentially have something of value that can help other people.
Because
So-
it is such a massive part of any brand.
Yeah, but even you as a personal athlete,
Yeah.
like let's say you start earning proper money and you turn into a sort of you're a sole trader, or you make yourself into a
Yeah.
like a brand, a company.
Yeah.
Then like you need to stay on top of that kind of thing so that you can scale and sort of maintain all these things.
Yeah.
And I don't think people have these conversations enough because it's not sexy and it's not like it's
Yeah.
not exciting.
Yeah, it's not like, I can become an athlete for it, or I can, it's just like anything. It's like the clothing part, you know,
And it's just barking
doing
downstairs.
stock,
I
doing internet stuff.
I was thinking the other day, and this is more of a question for listeners, but like the idea of starting some kind of a mastermind group on, whether it be I don't know how you would do it, but of people who want to talk. Oh, that's my camera with Darwin
Let's go
barking.
audio.
Yeah.
Can I speak to him?
No, because you'll freak him out. But so start talking about a mastermind group, people's ears perk up. The idea of starting something that some people who are more in mind of that kind of thing would want to be part of, like, is tempting to me. So if anyone wants to, like, hit me up in Instagram and things. And also this was more just a thought I had the other day, that I do feel like I've learned a huge amount in the last few years, and I can see other people making mistakes here and there and stuff like that. So if anyone is doing brand bits and things and wants bits of advice and pointers, like, feel free to reach out, because I don't know, I can look at my path and I can see that I've made every mistake in the book, and it's like, well, it'd be good to stop other people making those mistakes.
Yeah, I think I don't know what other people have done, but I think you're good at recognising what mistakes you've made, and then you're always like, don't do this, because you've done that to me a lot of time and saved my fucking ass.
It's funny how so many people have gone through that, but yet people still go through, like, but I guess it's part of the learning process.
You
like,
can't,
you've gone from zero to where you are now through, like,
it feels like nothing. Yeah, but you can't progress without failing, and you do meet people who are like, I don't want to do that because I'm going to fail. It's like, you shouldn't be doing that.
You can get people to teach you what not to do, but also it's good to kind of know yourself, like, do the things that and fail, because then you really get practical.
Completely.
Definitely.
For sure.
Defiantly.
Oh, come on then, let's jump onto this thing. This isn't going to be a long podcast.
Spend time with loved ones.
No, fuck that. We know that, and we know about planning for your future.
Oh.
I came up with this morning, right?
March Money Challenge.
The March Money Challenge. It is, what, the 5th of March?
Give your money to us.
No. This is better. This is for you. This is for you two, and maybe bake a cake. This is for you two, and I'm going to take part.
All right.
And anyone who wants to.
How much money can you make
in March?
Hold up.
Sorry.
Hold up.
We'll let you speak.
It's the 5th of March, but we're gonna run this for 30 days, but in 7 days' time. So you two have a week to prepare and to network. And I'm going to give you both £50. You've written boobs on a calculator.
Right, Jesus I don't think you should be giving it to him.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm going to give you both £50.
Yeah.
This is a serious challenge. This is legit.
£50?
Because I want you both. This.
Have you stolen this idea from Mark's?
No, but it's on a similar mindset. I'm going to give you both £50, and I want you within the 30 days. You have to turn that into £500.
Ooh,
and if not, you strip it from us naked dry.
No.
Oh,
naked dry.
You can pay me back £100 if you want, but I will give you £50, okay? And you have to earn £500 net, so technically $550. Because the 50 you're investing. So, and it can be a
month.
In the next month, but you've got 7 days to, like, prepare, to network, to think about what you want to do. So,
for fuck. Oh, 7 days is a nice amount of time.
So on the 12th,
my mind's running. I'm like, how am I going to do this?
On the 12th of March, this thing starts, and it will run until basically, let's say, the 12th of April.
Okay.
And the listeners are going to hold us all accountable to this, right? But also, what you can do is you can leverage the skills and the list and the Instagram followers that you already have.
Yeah.
Like, so you are already advantaged hugely compared to a lot of people because of Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
So Kelan, for example, you've been doing a lot of drawing.
I was literally just thinking that. I was like, how on earth can I use that?
You set up a PayPal account and you say to all your followers, hey guys, because people are going to listen to this and they're going to know this challenge is going on. You say, hey, I'll try, like, pay me £5.
Can we collab together?
No.
Or is that?
No,
Fuck.
It's independent. You say, pay me £5 and I'll do a drawing for you. Technically, you'd have to do 5 times. Give me the counter.
100.
Is it 100? 5 times? Yeah. Okay, you'd have to do 100 drawings. But technically, you could do that.
Yeah. How many days are in a month?
Go on Fiverr.
30.
Yeah, you could go on Fiverr. You could
buy stuff off eBay and sell it for a tiny more.
So
buy a broken thing, sell, fix it,
and
you
also
could figure out how to drop ship.
Yeah, you could buy a domain.
Sell our poo.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, please sell one poo. Just one
for 500 quid.
But I'm deadly.
550 quid.
I am deadly. I'm deadly serious. This is the challenge.
Yeah, I know. I'm quite excited now.
So
I'm excited.
You could go on Fiverr. You could do drawings. You could do voiceover work. You could spend that £50 and get headshots, and then use that to get a modelling contract.
Yeah.
You could invest it in stocks or All I care about is, but you have to have a paper trail, so you have to be able to show
that it's from
Show
that.
what it,
yeah. And also you can't just say like, hey dad, here's 50 quid, give me 500. And I'm going to do the same thing, because if it works out for me, then I got 500
And
extra
it's
quid.
a good little challenge for just like,
Because I'm thinking like, well,
I'm glad
earning
Marks
money.
isn't playing.
I'm gonna look on Fiverr. I had a look this morning, because that's an option. Although
What is Fiverr?
it's a website where
Everything
you
goes
can,
for Fiverr.
No.
It starts at a Fiverr basically. You can sell your skills for like. So you could say, hey, I'll do voiceover work. Send me your thing, and you can
It's just
set
a platform for people to do that basically. So I can draw, like you said, but you send me some money.
Yeah, we paid a voiceover guy.
And you set
a different
your
project.
rates.
We could both do
Free
drawings, and then I'm gonna make you look like a
No,
twat
I
in
want
my
to do.
drawings.
I want to do something.
But I think the
Joking.
easier thing for you guys is to leverage the parkour community, because
Yeah.
you already have your following there.
I've got ideas now.
I have none.
Because I've realised you two
I've got one idea.
spend a lot of time doing things that involve skills, and also it's raining, so you can't fucking train at the moment anyway, and you got a broken toe. But also you spend a lot of time doing like watching videos of people doing ayahuasca and stuff like that, which is great. But
we could do our own. I'm gonna do my own ayahuasca retreat.
what, charge £50 for it and kill loads of people?
Yeah, I'm gonna give them ketamine.
You could
and
make
say-
you
tell them
could
it's
make
ayahuasca.
you could make
To be honest, people that didn't know what ayahuasca, if they sniffed
You
some,
burn your skin and put it into the bloodstream.
then give them K,
You'd probably
they'd
just
be
go like. "Ugh." Anyway,
anyway.
enough of that.
Max, you could do a tutorial on side flips and sell that. But you have 30 days, and 500 is your goal. And if you get it, you get to keep 500.
I'd go for the.
You could get more. And also, the ideal thing in this scenario is that you go, oh shit, I actually really enjoyed that. And then you sparks a little bit of entrepreneurialness in you.
Yeah.
The
Right.
only downside is if it affects the editing of Soul Destroyer, and then we're fucked. So,
Probably will. Definitely will. Of course it will.
well, just you got limited time. It's a balance.
Anyway, Max, I would start your own mindfulness app, because I'd buy it.
I'll just make an app.
It's going to cost a bit more than 50 quid to start an app.
Nah.
But that's
Well,
the
I
challenge.
could create a website and do little things.
Start a
I don't know. I need a week to think.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Snapchat Premium thing.
Oh, what, like an
Of
OnlyFans?
toes.
Yeah, and I could just get naked.
I mean,
And
if
then
you
people-
want,
Well, I could do Snapchat Premium, but do like guided meditations on there.
you're just giving away a good business idea there.
Oh, fuck.
You can sell pictures of your feet. I don't care, as long as you don't do anything that's gonna like get me in trouble because you did something illegal.
Yeah.
Right, week from now.
A week
Well,
from now is when it goes live. So on the
It's when it
12th
goes
of
live.
April, you launch your pitch, right? We're all going to put on Instagram our idea, and we then from that point onwards have to try and get.
Wait.
You look like you're crying.
Yeah, I just yawned.
You're getting emotional.
I'm just so
again.
emotional.
I might be able to make some
money.
I'm going to be in Oslo
But-
a week from today,
wait.
working on a job. But
Is that why you had to borrow? What did you have to borrow?
I'm trying to borrow a camera,
Use
but
the
no.
50 quid for the flight.
No, I'm
and
giving.
then-
No, the flights are covered by the client. So
Listen.
I'm chilling.
Wait, so we have to tell everyone our ideas over social media?
Well, you've got to sell it.
Yeah, but what if there's multiple ideas?
Well, you can do that.
Yeah, because
I mean, my thought is like, right, like
you
could.
already have your ideas.
No, but it can't be Motus related.
Yeah.
So this is pure independent, right?
Yeah.
I have had a few ideas this morning, but
Yeah.
like you have. That's why I'm giving you all a week.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, come that day, that will be the day that you start saying, "Hey guys, I've set up a Fiverr account. I'm going to be doing voiceover work and drawing. If you want to do that, also if you just want to fucking just give me £5 and I'll send you a photo of my feet. You can PayPal me this.
Oh,
I'm not sure what the tax side things are going to be if you two are self-employed or whatever you are, but you can work that out yourselves. You got to deal with that problem at some stage in the year.
All right.
Oh, I hate doing taxes.
You're 18. Surely this is the first time you've ever had
I've
to
never
do it.
done taxes.
There you go.
Yeah, neither
But they
have I.
sound dreadful.
No, if our parents do.
Have you
have
seen
done mine.
Black Books?
Yes.
When he
Somewhat.
tries to do his taxes and he makes a big jacket out of his taxes.
I haven't seen that, so no.
It's very good.
But
I'm
yes,
doing them.
so listeners, you are the first source of this information, and so if you want to support this, I actually genuinely had somebody on Instagram the other day just asking for my PayPal because he wanted to send me money, and I was like, I don't feel right doing that, but if I can provide him with a service,
Yeah.
then
Yes.
we're good.
Well, you are providing with them.
And actually, there was a really interesting.
to write ideas down.
No, finish this and then you go.
I read a thing. So what you want to do is you want to replace the word sell with help. Not in the way that you market it to people, but the way you think about how you sell stuff.
Mm.
So you're not, because selling stuff is hard. The idea of like selling is weird because there's a transaction of value there.
Yeah.
But if you think, okay, how does my thing help someone? So if
Yeah.
you do a painting and it helps them because they get a sense of happiness because maybe they like the painting or they just like you've helped them in a way. Like you've provided them with a form of value, and for that they've exchanged some monetary.
Mm.
So that's
They've exchanged some
monetary value. So that's your mentality, and that is the challenge. It's the March money challenge going into April.
Exciting.
Yeah, there
Thank
you go.
you.
That was my dog walk idea this morning.
Oh, really? Just this morning?
Yeah, that's why it's tacked on the
I'm
bottom of the
still
podcast.
crying.
He was just yawning and shedding tears all over the place. But
It's
yeah,
just
we
so
should
beautiful.
end that. I think that was quite a fun one.
Yeah.
Bit of meditation, a bit of money.
About 50 minutes went by. a bit
Meditation
quick.
and money, like, what
Double
do you
M.
need?
Maybach music, baby.
I grinded a board slide.
You grinded.
I did a board slide
You did
across
like
the...
a tic-tac grind.
There's an iPad, 3 phones, and a highlighter on this desk, and Keelan is lobbing the highlighter everywhere he can.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That wasn't. It was fucking awesome.
All right, well, thank you all for listening. We are going to get Robbie maybe tonight or tomorrow morning and pin him to the chair and make... Look, here we go. Hermes, important information regarding your delivery.
That your dog has been biting
Have they
off.
left it?
Yeah.
Rescheduled
Oh,
for delivery.
they're going to re-deliver it between 10 and 2.
Today?
Oh, but maybe they just already tried to.
Oh.
Motherfucker.
What? We didn't hear nothing.
No, Darwin.
We didn't hear nothing.
All right, anyway, love you lots.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Love you lot.
Bye.
Big love.
Bye.